Welcome into the Bro 4 Squad podcast, and we're coming at you from the 18th green, here to give you another world-famous movie commentary on Happy Gilmore. Now, we have our movies paused at the 16-second mark. It's currently on Netflix, but spoiler alert, it says it's leaving soon, so wait a month and it'll probably be back. But we're at the 16-second mark. Universal and MC Company is fully up on the screen. Now, while you guys get your bags in the carts, we're going to go around and meet the pairing today. Driving our cart today, because, well, let's be honest, I can't be trusted to do that anymore, is the American hero, Nate Thurman. Nate, now, we all know you're a very avid golfer. I'm sure you've won plenty of colored jackets. Can you tell the people what it takes to win a green jacket?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, people would probably think it takes dedication, hard work, long nights on the range. But really you just need to take the John Daly method and 18 Diet Cokes, 20 cigarettes, a few Jack and Cokes mixed in there, 3 bags of peanut M&Ms, and a trip to Hooters for some wings. That'd pretty much do it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. And I know I'm driving the cart today, but it is kind of funny and ironic because you drive me to the golf course most times that we play golf.
That is true. I do. But I never drive the cart. You always drive the cart.
It's a paradox, honestly. Yeah. He can't drive a golf cart, but he can drive.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some weird connection in his brain that just doesn't work.
I don't know. All right. Guys, we are going to hit play in 3. No. I want to start that over. I had something clever. No, we are teeing off in 3, 2,
Saved it.
1, 4.
Yeah, that was a good recovery there. Nice mulligan.
Yeah, breakfast ball.
Yeah, whenever we were texting earlier today, I was honestly kind of surprised we'd never done this commentary.
I was too. I obviously we've talked about it. It's a classic, so we've talked about it on these episodes and stuff. And apparently we did a bro back on it. I don't remember that specifically. I may not have been on it, but
yeah, that must have been really back in the day.
Yeah, that was baby Bro 4 Squad.
Yeah, I was checking the commentary list and didn't see. I was like, well, let's do this because there has been there was speculation and now it's been confirmed there will be a Happy Gilmore 2 coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily want it or get it, but all right, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's one of those that I wish I was looking forward to. I just hope they don't completely butcher it. So
I just don't know what it's gonna be about. Personally, I don't get it. Is he gonna have a comeback or is he gonna take on the mantle of Chubbs? I don't know.
I think if I had to put money on it, I would say that he's going to have a protege that he's teaching. Maybe a young hockey player who's not quite cutting it. Kind of the same thread that they did in the original.
Yeah. So we'll just make the same movie again.
I mean,
I like this old school home video style, opening.
Yeah, like the small frame.
Yeah,
a little grainy.
Yeah,
it's nice. It does the job well. And
how expensive do you think that house is right now?
Man, so I think they're in I want to say the Waterbury Open in Massachusetts. Or wait, that was the Bruins they were watching, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Boston Bruins hat.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe there's Brookline, Mass, in the burbs. I mean, that's got to be a cool. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a mill or a mill plus.
I bet it's a mill plus.
It's a good size house.
Yeah, got a little property too.
Mm-hmm. Seeing this cake is kind of funny. I'll do a little bit of a story time. Brian hates icing. And one time I tricked him into eating a spoonful of icing because I mixed it up and told him it was mashed potatoes. We may have been drunk and it may have been in college.
I forgot about that until right now. And,
it's
I
hate
you.
Of mine.
Yeah.
Damn it. We were on a good streak. I think you liked me there for a while.
Yeah, we were okay. We were fine. He's just putting everything between his legs. I love it.
And then here we get a really good cameo. I mean, it turns into kind of more of a cameo. I actually don't know the guy's name, but he played Jaws in a James Bond movie.
Yes. I don't know his name either, but love that guy.
What's his face? Love that guy. Yeah, he's great. Bill in accounting. He's fantastic. Richard Keel,
There we
Mr.
go.
Larson. Yeah, plays Mr. Larson in this. And now we get out of the early montage, and now we're really getting into it.
Yeah.
My 5-wood cover is a black leather head cover with the yellow 18 for Gilmore on it.
Yep, it is.
Yeah. Funny, I was this was a couple years ago. I was searching the internet. I was like, what's a funny kind of personal little head cover I can get? And I spent a good month searching and finally found this one.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but is this goal regulation size? It's one of the big quoted lines from this movie that we use a lot.
Oh yeah, is it usually in context? No,
absolutely not. Absolutely
half
not.
the time. Yeah,
but it always works.
Yeah, so I mean, this was in his original heyday.
Yeah. This is he had that string kind of wedding singer, Little Nicky, this Big Daddy, Waterboy.
Well, I mean, this was before that. This was the Billy Madison.
Yeah. Like all of those. Era. I mean, all of those were in a row, right?
I mean, little
back to back to back to back to back.
I mean,
maybe not in that specific order.
No. I mean, now that you mention it, yeah, it was like a nice long string. Once you mentioned Little Nicky, I was like, that's getting into 2000s, but it really was because Wedding Singer was 98, Big Daddy was 99.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had a good 7 years of just putting out complete bangers in the comedy world. And since then, he's had trash as far as the comedy scene has.
Yeah, he had a couple. He's had a couple of okay, little like rom-coms. I like 50 First Dates. I like that one. That's cute.
Well, Hustle and what's the sports gambling one?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, yeah, but they weren't comedies. So
no. He also has another one out that I'm about 25 minutes into right now. I think it's called Spaceman.
Okay.
And it's a serious one. He's basically trapped in a. He's not trapped. He volunteered, but he's in a deep space mission by himself. He's isolated for like a year on a.
It's a drama.
Spaceship. Yeah, it's listed as a sci-fi, but yeah, I would say it's more of a drama.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. Basically, what I was getting at, it's not a comedy. It's not a straight comedy.
No, it is not funny at all.
Okay. Yeah.
This is great.
I wanna kiss you all over. Yeah, this is a great little bit here. And on top of that, this has a decent or very catchy soundtrack.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot of songs through here that are pretty popular earworms. They'll get stuck in my head. I'll probably be singing them all day at work tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll probably put the Happy Gilmore playlist on.
Yeah, why not?
It's stuck in my head anyway. You know what I mean?
What a look, like work boots and sweatpants. Now, yeah. I have worn like sweatpants and like boots before, I guess, but rolling out of bed, it's an interesting feel and look for me.
Yeah, did he sleep with one boot on?
Well,
I always wanted to do this.
Ming, who he just hooked up with, she's a wild chick.
Couch. Yep, right here, and he jumps on it. Boom.
It's a good move.
I've always wanted to actually do that, but like, if they don't know what's coming, like that would really hurt somebody.
It's kind of like the little kid dead weight when they're mad. They just dead weight and you can't pick them up.
Yeah.
Just jump on the couch. And there's some nice craftsmanship in this house. I wonder.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like a legit house. I could probably go to the internet and Google this. But I'd like to go like visit this house. That'd be fun. Just to drive by and get my picture in front of it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Maybe you could tee up a 3-wood and see how far you can hit it.
See if I can hit that house that they talk about that he hits later.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. See, this isn't a thing that happens anymore in life. My grandfather built this with his bare hands. Like, you just don't come across that often.
So 90 days. So he's got 90 days to come up with more than $250,000.
Yeah. And like, I mean, it's got to be liquid. You can't take that out of the 401k. Then you're facing penalties. It's a
let's
tough
be honest.
look.
Do we think Happy Gilmore has a 401k?
Definitely not.
Okay.
And he was definitely just driving down the sidewalk right there.
Yeah, but
he's on the road now, but he was definitely on the sidewalk a second ago.
This might be one of Ben Stiller's.
Mister.
This might be one of Ben Stiller's best roles. Like underrated, not as thought about.
One of his best. I mean, that's a bold statement saying it's his best role. I think it's his best
one of his
ancillary,
best
like tertiary role.
One of his best characters, yes.
Okay, I can go with that. Best characters, because it's fucking hilarious. Yeah. He's in it for like probably 5 minutes total screen time, but whenever he's on it, he steals it. Steals it.
Here we go.
God, it's so funny. Like, I'm trying to think back now, like, what did I know him in before this?
He was in Heavyweights.
And that was probably early. That was like 94,
that was like 94,
93?
maybe is what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to look it up, but I'll let you do that.
So yeah, I probably knew him from that. But yeah, this was back before Ben Stiller was Ben Stiller.
I'm not going to say this like catapulted his career, but it was shortly after this when he started having his little run of funny stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Could I trouble you for a glass? Shut the hell up.
So Heavyweights was 95, so it was just the year before this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's funny with this run of comedies here, like you had this, there's a ton, and I mean, this was our formative year, so maybe that's why it sticks out so much, but all the Jim Carrey's, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, The Mask. There was a very big period of comedies in the mid to late 90s, and then kind of went through a lull. Well, I guess that kind of carried into the early aughts, mid aughts, but then there was a big lull from like 2008 to like
now.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it because I was thinking about it. Yeah,
like, maybe it's just like because I'm getting older and more mature, and like some of that stuff isn't as funny anymore.
No, that's definitely not it.
But like farts are still funny. Anytime you talk about poop, I still laugh.
Yeah,
and dick jokes are still funny. So I don't think it's that.
Yeah, there haven't been like a ton of big. And like I've been obviously waiting for the longest time for them to be like a resurgence, but yeah, it's kind of gone away. Because this right here, this looks like a real shot. Sorry, going back to the movie, but like I want to find that that road, that neighborhood. Yeah, this looks like on site.
So we're gonna break down his swing here as the movie goes on, but let's start with the stance.
Stance obviously a little bit unorthodox. The front foot at address is kind of open, which is good. It allows you to clear the hips. Grip is.
Guy!
I'm gonna need to look at the grip again, but the right hand looks pretty good. Yeah, this is a great scene here. I like how he follows through and then just stands there like, yep, that's nothing. I could do that 3 more times.
She falls out the fucking window.
It's a great, simple, effective physical comedy.
Yeah.
And the little
I bet that hurt like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. People are just so happy to go out there and
I've been to quite a few driving ranges. Is this like a thing though? Like betting on the driving range like that?
No.
Because I've never seen that before. Carl Weathers, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Man, the old days.
Yeah. Every time you go, you like your last ball, you always have to try the Happy Gilmore swing, right?
No. Well, no. I want my last ball to be good. I want to end on a good note.
Fair enough. So make it your first one. Let's just pull all the muscles on our first swing.
To be honest, I haven't tried in a long time. Maybe I should break that back out. Try it once. Yeah, I'm gonna try it next time we're together with your persimmon 5-wood.
Ooh, all right. I think I'm gonna put a new grip on it. Actually.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Or get a whole new set. So we're on the fence right now.
Yeah, we'll see. I remember, like, as a kid, just thinking, like, I played baseball, so I was in the cages and hit off the pitching machines and stuff. And, like, when you actually get hit by one of those, it fucking hurt. And he just stands in front of it.
Yeah, I love that line. That one hurt a little, but I'm all right.
Gotta toughen up for next year. I just always remember thinking, like, what a fucking insane person this is.
Yeah. He's a very complex character.
Yeah. The idea of going from playing hockey to golfing is, I don't feel like it's that far-fetched.
No, I feel like there's a lot of current, like, present day hockey players that like golf.
Well, and not even that, just like the mechanics of it, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously, you have a slap shot, that's your driver, but then, like, there's a lot of finesse around the goal. That I bet that translates to the green.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of correlations. And now that you're saying that, like, I'm sure I don't know shit about hockey really. I don't watch it much. I didn't play it. But, like, I'm sure there's a lot of wrist movement, like controlling the stick, like you said, like around the goal, which, like, around the green, like, you have to have nice soft hands. And you have to be able to know where your hands are and be able to control all of that stuff. So there's probably a lot to it.
Just pulls out a fucking can out of the trash.
I mean, this looks like pretty.
My only thing is where is there a batting cage at a golf course?
Oh, funny you would say that.
It's not there anymore. There was one in our hometown, like, way back in the day, but now it's a Walmart.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I went to that before with my dad.
Yeah,
right off the main drive there.
Yep. Fake shakes his hand.
Oh, all right. Prime to make the big bucks, and that gets his attention.
There we go. Grandma.
Think of Grandma. Do we know what kind of car that is? I think it said on the back, and I missed it.
I'm not a car guy. I don't know.
Me either. So, man, the course looks like it's in great shape.
Yeah, this time of year? Come on.
I wonder what time of the year it is.
Now here's a question again, as you're an avid golfer. This is obviously he's gonna enter like an open tournament here. I would assume. Would they let him golf in the hockey sweater?
I would assume not. So obviously this is one thing we have to kind of suspend belief here for the movie to make it work, but it's being played at a country club, so I would think they wouldn't allow that.
Okay. Old Shooter McGavin.
Old Shooter.
Forgot about Virginia here.
Yeah, she I really don't know her. This is probably the first thing I ever saw her into. And then maybe the only thing I really saw her in until Modern Family. So
I was gonna say I don't know that she was in anything like between this and then that I recognize her from. What about Shooter's like looking the other way, like, oh, nobody's gonna notice I'm up here or who I am.
I was
hey,
gonna make the same comment. Like he's like sheepishly hiding back there with like his shoulders kind of hunched, like, oh, no one's gonna recognize me. Like he's gonna make a big appearance. Like fucking everyone knows who it is. Yeah, this was an interesting time in golf too. A lot of things were changing, like equipment wise. The metal headed driver had, I mean, it had already come about, but people were still like switching over and like adopting that, and so it was a new interesting thing. And the golf ball was changing at this time too. It used to be like a Tour Bellata was what they played. It was like a super soft ball. And around this time they switched to a harder ball with a more durable outside layer, which has kind of contributed to like the distance you've seen in the pro game now.
This is another great one. Just make sure I don't do anything stupid.
Where were you on that one, dipshit?
Where were you on that one, dipshit? How like mid 90s is that kid?
Oh yeah, he's like I mean kind of grunge rock looking. He would kind of fit into that
punky
scene. Yeah, a little punky, yeah, for sure. And I love over the past couple of years, Will Zalatoris is now popular on the PGA Tour, is playing pretty well. But the comparisons people have made to to Happy Gilmore's caddy, because they look so similar.
So is that a stroke or is that just a practice swing?
That another thing we got to kind of suspend belief here, but yeah, that would be a stroke.
Nah, it's not a stroke. He didn't hit the ball.
Yeah,
he didn't touch it.
Yeah, gentleman's game. You got to be honorable. Like he addressed the ball. He had intent to hit it. So
did he address the ball? He kind of ran up to it. I'm just
saying.
And
that's the interesting thing, I guess, with Happy Gilmore's stance. Like, does he really address the ball? Because
I don't think he addresses it.
He starts his swing 10 feet behind it.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah, which is super interesting. And now the way the ball this is going, there's no way this would be a hole. No, it's going through random trees all over the place. Or if it is a hole, the course designer is a dickhead.
Worst course ever.
It went through some trees about 200 yards, and then you got a 260 carry over the water. Then it looked like the green was still 100 yards past that. So
yeah, but no bunkers.
That is true.
Yeah.
But then actually looking back now, you can like see how the hole is designed and the ball flight.
It's not even fucking close.
It wasn't anywhere close, which is funny to like look back on.
Again, the sweatpants, honestly, like the sweatpants and the sweater, like maybe that's his business professional,
Yeah, everyone's is different. It's amazing how he can swing out of his shoes with just those Nike athletic shoes on, no spikes or anything.
Yeah, no. Imagine if he actually had spikes in.
Man, he could get so much more leverage on the ground.
You know what would be fun about like filming that scene right there is I would just like normal putt.
I have seen you get that excited for a double bogey as well, so.
Yeah. Like if you make it in regulation, like that's half the battle.
Yeah, decent stroke, and I think that's actually the same shot from the first hole.
That was, yes. Like it's fine. No one will notice. We'll
repurposed. This. It's like Disney using like multiple animations for different movies.
Yeah.
Except they put it in the same movie, so it's very obvious.
Like 12 seconds in between. I forgot Chubbs' hand is all fucked up still.
Oh, yeah. Alligator bit that shit off. Yeah, the Happy Madison budget wasn't as big as it is now, so.
What was this Happy Madison?
Don't fact check. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of, I don't know when was Happy Madison.
I didn't know when like he transitioned to like making his own ones, or if he always did that.
Okay, fine. It was founded in '99, so it hadn't happened yet.
Okay, this is what funded that. We'll say that.
Very accurate for sure. Very accurate. I like how in that bunker shot they piped in sound.
Yeah.
Of like a driver.
Yeah.
That was definitely a ball hitting off a metal club.
He literally had no idea where his ball went right there before he started.
No.
Screaming. Honestly, like he can't. Why is he using an iron? Like if he hits it that far.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He was just using like a 5-iron.
Off the tee?
No, he was like in the middle. Okay, if you drive the green on a 400-yard par 4, he made a hole in one earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, what's a par 5 gonna be? Like 520?
At least, yeah.
Okay, maybe 560 on average. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I'd probably say that 560 if they're playing from like the tips. It could go more than that for like pros, but yeah, 560 for like an open like this. Yeah.
Never mind. I retract my point because I was wrong.
It's already forgotten.
The grass on this green looks really long to me.
It does, and I'm wondering. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a thing that they like grew up just so like they didn't damage it while they were shooting.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I can see that. Like putting the cameras and shit all around.
Yeah. Another
tappy.
Classic.
Tap-a-roo.
A little weird he's fantasizing about his grandma, but I get it.
Hey, man, whatever works. It's only weird if it doesn't work, right? That's what that Bud Light said.
It's the Bud Light said?
Yeah, wasn't that the commercial? Didn't they have a commercial like it's only weird if it doesn't work?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that one. What's on the table, Rick? There's that corn on the cob.
Yeah, I don't like. It's a weird setup. That is the biggest thing of mustard I've ever seen.
It really is. Yeah, it's an interesting setup here.
Like, how much mustard are these people gonna have?
I mean, there's
that guy went to the gift shop. He's got a T-shirt and a visor, the Waterbury Open on it.
Man, now I want to look online for like
just
Waterbury Open gear.
Just about to say that. So 90 days. How many tournaments is that going to be? What, 4, 8, 12?
What do you mean, like if he played every weekend?
If he played every weekend. I'm just trying to think, is it feasible for him coming in an open tournament like this and working his way up in 90 days to get $250,000?
Brian, you keep asking these questions that you know the answers to. None of this is feasible, but it's funny. It's a movie.
I'm just asking the questions. This is what the people want to know. Like, I can't make fun of the movie. It's a good movie, so I have to nitpick it, right?
I mean, there may be so there may be some way he could work into it, because like you have Monday qualifiers that people can play in to qualify for random tournaments. I'm not sure if you need to get invited to them, but maybe he could work his way in through some Monday qualifiers for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so 90 days, 25.
Yeah, well, this is handmade quality shit we're talking here.
Your back's about to hurt is like a line I throw out all the time. Oh yeah,
all the time.
Basically, when anyone's complaining.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think so.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
this
has got to be one of his best characters. Straight down to the left.
Hoity.
Oh, that's quite a tremendous trophy.
Hal. I don't even think I knew his name before this. His name's Hal.
Hal. No, I hadn't. It was always just Ben Stiller's character.
His name is Hal L. It's weird.
So, would they give that big of a trophy out for the Waterbury Open?
For sure. Because I think the premise behind this is if you win that, you get a chance to play on the tour.
Oh, it was that quick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see now. It is feasible. I would say it's feasible then. Hell, you win one of those tournaments and...
I mean, yeah, in 96 it was a little different, but nowadays, yeah, you win a tournament and you're looking at $1 million.
But even back then, you win a couple of tournaments, I'm sure you can get a sponsor to give you another $100,000 back then, right?
I was about to mention that, like sponsors is where it's really at, which obviously he gets with Subway here shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be the best way. Honestly, yeah, with like his long drive ability, he could get some sponsors pretty quick and probably get this nailed down. So going back to your point, the more feasible way would be to do that in 90 days.
We're doing it. We're watching the fucking movie.
I know. I was trying to think of something. I had something earlier to say and I forgot what it was.
Where's Horn's fun facts when you need them?
That's a great question.
Again, not to be a nitpicker, but there's no way they would let him through the front door looking like this.
No. Most country clubs, you can't wear hats inside anyway, so.
Yeah.
Or like really, really nice ones.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. This was an interesting thought, and I kind of just was thinking about this because this was really pre-Tiger.
Yeah, it was.
Tiger was winning like the amateur championships at this point. 97 was when he won his first major. I would almost put this movie and all of this at the top of the level with Tiger as what made golf so popular at that time.
I would agree with that. I think that like the average golf fan has no idea who Tiger Woods was at that time, but everybody knew what Happy Gilmore was. And
yeah,
it was kind of a perfect storm. This was 97, right?
This was 96. Tiger 96. Won his first Masters in 97. So 97. I think Tiger turned pro the year before. So he had been pro a year, so 96 the same time. And then 97. 97 was like the jumping off point. 97 he won the Masters. He like killed it at 21 years old. But yeah, all this happened at the same time. I'm going to give Sandler and Happy Gilmore their credit.
All right. So what tournament is this now?
That's a great question. I saw the signage earlier. We have Vern Lundquist announcing it, so it's got to be decently big. And AT&T was a sponsor title, so.
Oh, the 22nd annual AT&T Invitational. Okay.
So currently there's like an AT&T Invitational that's played at Pebble Beach, but I don't think this is it.
No.
This they honestly could have put Robin Williams in this role and dressed him like Jumanji, and it would have been the same person.
Yeah, you can't. They look the exact same. This guy was probably his stunt double on Jumanji.
Yeah, and they're like, we have a perfect role for you. Man, the Golf Channel. Look at the logo on the side of that camera. That's like old school.
Yeah, it's an antique now, vintage.
Yeah. I feel like this girl checking him in is one of those character actors where you're like, oh, that's what's her face. I've seen her before, but I definitely don't know her name.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's in. Everything as like a character like that, like a commercial character.
I love the Kevin Nealon cameo in this too. There's some good ones.
There's
some good ones sprinkled in throughout this. You kind of get a little bit of like Grandma's Boy vibes with his character there because he's very zen and spiritual as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't want to show in your parade here, Thurman, but I would argue that Michael Jordan takes a share of the growing golf craze around this time as well.
We can spread the wealth because it was obviously a well-known fact that he was a big golfer.
Yeah.
He introduced that into Space Jam at the very beginning. So that kind of implanted it into everyone's mind, especially kids at that point too, like seeing, oh, he
sock
golfed.
as your club cover is awesome.
That's a bold move. And good old Lee Trevino. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. I'm jumping ahead. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Look at that. Beautiful follow through. Great balance.
Yeah, I don't know how big of a golfer like Sandler was at this point. Obviously, he's a pretty avid golfer at this point, so I don't know what his golf intake looked like at that time though.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine filming, if he had any kind of golf game, filming filming this would just completely fuck up his swing, right?
I would think so. It's kind of like the baseball players who go do the home run derby at the All-Star break.
Yeah, and then they have a terrible second half of the year.
Then they have 2 home runs the last half of the year.
He shoots a 5-iron, give him a wedge. Why does the caddy go like in front of him also?
Yeah, they would not do that. And obviously a 5-iron suggestion from there, like what? I don't even know what he was thinking. That's funny.
And maybe that's the point.
Yeah. I know maybe sometimes you do like a little bump and run, but with a 5-iron, that's aggressive.
It's bold. Gluing his fingers back on. Is that a nail sticking out of his thumb?
Yeah, I was trying to see like what that was. There was like a brace trying to hold him together. I'm not sure.
Feeling the flow, working it.
Shout out to Vern Lundquist, who just retired recently from the announcing game. There's been some good memes going around lately of Tiger Woods shaking the hand of a tree.
Yeah.
And that was because Vern Lundquist was sitting behind it, and that's who he was shaking the hand with.
Oh, that's I don't think I knew that. That's hilarious.
A little topical insight there.
I have seen him apologize to the tree many times, though. What's funny, too, is because a lot of people hit trees with golf balls, but he actually hit it with a fucking car. And I would say the tree won.
That is true. Yeah, he took the brunt of that one, unfortunately.
Are you too good for your home? That's another well-quoted line.
Suck my white ass. Now this green here, we're going back to the grass level. The green on this one, I don't think we're going to go back to it, but it looks like it's cut at a very manageable level as opposed to the other one.
Yeah.
It looked a lot better.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they made a green on the first one, just to film that part. You know, like, hey, we're going to cut it down a little shorter, but it's not actually the green.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, if there's anyone like on the tour currently that may be close to what Happy Gilmore is.
I was just about to say, like, does golf want somebody like Happy Gilmore on the tournament, or I mean on the tour?
To an extent, yeah, sure.
I think you need somebody that can talk a little shit, but not like in a dickhead way, like a Patrick Reed.
Yeah, there's some guys out there that you kind of come to mind, like Patrick Reed or Brooks Koepka.
Happy Gilmore's like, he's an anti-hero, right? He's not the good guy that you like, but he's also not the villain either. Like, there isn't anybody out there that is on both, plays both sides.
You know, it's funny, like seeing Happy walk up to the bar and order a beer. Like, that's one of those movie tropes that I don't know if I've ever done in real life. Like, give me a whiskey. I'll take a beer. Like, I'm always like, I want this specific thing.
Yeah, this specific one. Because if you're like, oh, I'll take a beer, they're like, what beer do you want? We have 5 different kinds.
Yeah, it's one of those funny movie tropes that they always do that you never really think about because it's not applicable in real life.
Now, I have walked up and said, give me the mystery shot. I've done that a few times.
The Matt shot?
The mystery shot?
No, I heard you. I was just asking if you've ever done the Matt shot.
No, I don't think so. What's that?
It's when at the bar they have like those
silicone
mats. Yeah, and they just dump everything that's been poured in there into a shot.
I bet that reminds me of like hip hop flippy cup game.
Oh yeah, like back in the day for sure.
Back in the day when we would play that.
Yeah, now we're more
fucking salad dressing in it.
Dog food.
Yeah.
Maybe some household cleaners. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had to kill the germs, so definitely put bleach in it.
For sure. I'm digging this little pantsuit Julie Bowen has on. It's nice.
Oh, yeah, I've always been a fan of pantsuits.
What do you think of like the short bob haircut here on her?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
You like her longer hair better?
Yeah. I'm a longer hair guy.
But then Happy just has the haircut that you literally can roll out of bed and don't need to do anything, and it just looks the same every time.
Yeah, the same haircut that he's had or I guess after this we'll have for another 25 years.
Yeah, and I feel like he's got it has a lot to do with like the texture of his hair, because like even if my hair was that short, like if I woke up in the morning, I still have like a cowlick or something.
Yeah, it's a little coarser, maybe.
Yes, yeah, I think so. We get a visit from Mr. Larson with the nails still stuck in his head.
See, making amends. This is great.
That's part of Happy's
Dale
role. He
comes
gets
out next
mad.
week.
Yeah, he gets mad. He makes amends. He makes up with people. See, I mean, you've got a little bit of this in Live Golf now. Like they have music playing, like people like getting rowdy and stuff like that. Even like in the PGA Tour on the Waste Management 16th hole, it's a party hole.
Yeah, I think if we land somewhere between the 16th hole, Waste Management, and Live Golf, I think if we land somewhere in the middle, it'd be good. And I've been to events at both. I've been to a PGA Championship and a Live event, and they're just very different vibes. Very different vibes. Oh my God! Sure.
Shooter's rattled at this point.
Well, yeah, I would be too. We just bent my 5-iron.
Again, a good visual. The shaft would not do that.
No, it wouldn't. It would snap, right?
Yes. Ask me how I know.
How do you know, Thurman?
I've snapped a club over my knee.
Just one?
Hold on. 2. I think 2.
I've been there when you've slammed one down and broke the shaft, like slamming it down.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm not discounting. I'm just trying to remember.
Actually, no. That may not have been you. That may have been our mutual friend Tyler.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a wedge, and it did not go well.
Now I've been playing for like 25 years, so it's not as bad.
Brag
and my
much?
temper has no. I'm just trying to make myself seem better because I've broken several clubs, and I'm trying to elongate it over many years, and I've gotten better over the years. I think I've snapped 2 over my leg, and I've stepped on one purposely.
I can honestly say I have never broke a club.
And no one should. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm not even remotely good enough, though, for me to be mad when I make a bad shot.
But when you double bogey from the middle of the fairway on a par 5, your putter might get snapped.
Maybe. This is great.
You know, it's just resourceful. You know, he doesn't want to have to like go into a local LA Fitness and get a bath. He's just right there.
Underwear out of the thing.
Man, the tidy whities. That's got to be a thing of the past for most people, right?
I mean, it's definitely got to be a dying breed. I can honestly say I don't think I've had whitey tidies. Yeah, probably 25 years. I probably haven't, as long as you've been golfing, I haven't worn whitey tidies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably accurate. He's running like towards the pond, like he's just going to run straight across it. The editing on some of these shots could have been better.
Yeah, but like you said, we don't have that Happy Madison
that money
budget.
That money coming in yet.
You took his hand. That pond looks fucking nasty. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, there are very few golf ponds that I would jump in.
Yeah.
I love just dropping the elbow here at the end, just as extra effort. Ah!
21st, 12 grand. I would love that. 18.
There was a
Up in the world.
golfer in the past year or so. Oh God, Kevin Kisner had a funny quote. He was in a press conference and he was just talking about, yeah, there's places I can't win. He's not the longest hitter or anything, like Beth Page, blah blah blah. I'm just not long enough to win. He's like, the reporter's like, well, why do you show up? And like, well, they paid pretty good money for 27th place. Yeah. Like you can just go out and have a 10-year career on the PGA Tour of getting top 30 and be a millionaire. So.
Oh yeah, you could literally never win and make a damn good living.
Ask Ricky Fowler.
God,
okay, he's won. He just hasn't won a major. So.
No, he has won tournaments.
Yeah.
And I would say he's like a personality. He's got good sponsorship. He's very marketable. I'm just
that's the other thing.
Like an average Joe person that just happens to be good at golf. Like you're not to be rude, but like you're not super charismatic. You don't get in front of the camera. But yeah, you just average like 25th or 30th at every tournament. You're gonna make a very fine living. Hell, you're making a hell of a lot more money than I make.
Yeah. I mean, a good example of that, and if anyone has watched Full Swing, Joel Damon.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously struggling with his golf game right now, but I'm sure financially he's doing better than most.
Yeah, I mean, and based on the latest season, he might be struggling with alcoholism as well, but I think he's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I have faith.
Happy's like grasping at straws. I didn't punch anybody.
Gotta have your one little. This was always the pee scene for me.
The pee scene?
Yeah, like there's that when you've seen a movie so many times, and you're like, all right, I gotta pee. Like, you got that scene. You're like, I don't mind missing this scene.
Well, funny enough, I have to pee.
Oh, well, good. You can go pee, and I'll sit here and talk about how. Yeah, I mean it's a scene. I don't know.
It is a scene.
I think like the corny like romantic scenes in these movies, like they have to be there, but they don't really matter. Like they don't.
No, this is important because
right? This isn't
she make
romantic stuff. No,
she makes the goal at the end, and she's like, "I didn't see it go in," and so you get the true moment of, oh, she really does like him.
Okay, but that's not what the point of the movie is. The point of the movie is saving his grandma's house.
Happy wants to get his dick wet.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't we all? But
yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying, if there is a scene that you need to like not watch the movie and go pee in this movie, it's this scene.
I mean, that's a fair point because you'll figure out that she likes him later down the road. So.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's not obvious, like, okay, well, they're gonna end up as a thing at the end. Like, even when I saw this as a 7 or 8-year-old, like, you knew that was gonna happen. It's just how these movies work. That's just how Hollywood works. Did you go pee?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were going pee.
I mean, I can if you want me to leave you alone for a minute.
Yeah, if you need to. I mean,
okay.
Look, better out
You're
than
a trooper.
Man.
Keep him going.
Now, for a first date, give him props. This is pretty good. This is a good first date. And then pulling out the bet for the kiss. I mean, again, give him props. He's got some game. I want to know how many times he used this on a first date. Backfired a little bit. Actually forgot that he says that. She wants it. She wants it. There it is. Boom. See, I am so uncoordinated on the ice as well. Like, there's no way I could do that. I would fall down so fucking fast. Remember last time, it was a buddy of ours. It was one of his birthdays. It was like his, I don't know, 30th maybe, 31st birthday, something like that. And we all thought, oh, this is a good idea. Let's go rent out the hockey ring. We can, you know, play a little hockey, skate around. Like, this will be fun. No. Halfway through, I took my fucking skates off and I sat on the side because my God, did that hurt so bad. I fell so many times. I could not stay on my fucking feet. This is another classic scene coming up with Bob Barker. So yeah, anyway, moral of the story, don't go fucking ice skating. Faldo. Name drop there. Love the heckling. Let's make a deal. Bob Barker, last time I saw him, he was rough looking. I think he was actually in a Price is Right documentary I watched. Didn't look great. Didn't have a lot of years on him. The club went farther than the ball.
I'm glad you held that down while I TT'd.
I got you, brah.
And now we have the introduction of Bob Barker, which I think you were just talking about.
Yeah. I was just telling the people last time I saw him, I think he was on a Price is Right documentary that came out probably a few years ago now. But fuck, man, he looked bad.
So apparently, going into this movie, Bob Barker wasn't sure if he wanted to be in the movie, and take this with a grain of salt. But apparently, when he learned that he was going to win the fight with Adam Sandler, he accepted.
You know, I'm gonna believe that, whether it's true or not. I'm gonna choose to believe it. Here's a question: do you win money for winning a pro-am? I thought those are usually like charity events.
Yeah, I don't think you usually do. And funny, I had this tab pulled up and I forgot to look at it. The Waterbury Open, going back a little bit, was filmed in British Columbia at a golf course. Oh. And looking at this course they're on now, this looks Canadian.
What's Canadian about it? What makes it this Canadian as opposed to say the Northwest United States?
The pine trees, the big mountains right off the water.
So Washington State doesn't have this? You're so countryist.
It does. And
you know what this looks like? This looks like the cove that they filmed Free Willy 2 in.
Kind of. This is going to sound douchey, but I was up in Vancouver this last year, and
you guys took some really cool pictures.
Thank you. But yeah, driving up from like Vancouver up north, this looks like driving up that coast.
Interesting if this is the same course though. Like, I wonder if they filmed the entire movie on the same course, because that would be impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Waterbury Open, it didn't look like it was like this mountainous though, so
no,
it may have been like more inland. But like the main highway that runs up there is called like the Sea to Sky Highway or something, or Sea to Sky, whatever, because like literally the sea's right there and the huge mountains are right next to it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go down like a deep dive rabbit hole after this.
Bitch.
Comes back from the dead.
Oh no! That look, his eyes. I think you've had enough. No. Now you've had enough, bitch.
God, I love the air boxing as he walks off.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I feel like that's something that, you know what? Even if it's not, that's something that Bob Barker added in. He was
just
like,
ad-libbed it.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? If this was real, I would do this when I was walking away.
Yeah.
Red Lobster. R.I.P. Red Lobster too.
Where are they like done?
I think so, yeah. They like filed for bankruptcy and they're closing a bunch of stores. Like that's happening as the time of this recording. So I'm not sure when this is going to drop, but when it drops, I don't think Red Lobster is going to be a thing anymore. It's a bold prediction, I guess.
Man, I wonder if they'll be still dishing out like their Cheddar Bay biscuit mix like at the grocery stores.
I mean, I feel like that's the only place that they're making money. Let's be honest. When was the last time you went to Red Lobster?
20 years ago?
Been a while, right?
Long time. Long time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when the last time was with one of my grandparents, probably. So. Well, that's a good sound.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Subway being the sponsor is good stuff.
You know, but they've already set this up. It's good foreshadowing before whenever he comes back to the apartment with his girlfriend. He comes back with the subs. And great transitioning here as they're at a Subway and then they just go right into the sponsorship and the commercial.
I like the old school Subway logo with the brown.
Mm-hmm. When was the last time you had Subway?
Oh, a couple months ago.
I haven't had in a long time.
I'm not going to say I'm an avid Subway goer, but I have it every now and again.
Okay. There's other sub shops out there that I would frequent.
Yeah, I don't seek it out. I would say most of the time it's I got to run to Walmart like at lunch, and there happens to be a Subway in the Walmart, so it's more of a convenience factor.
For sure.
Also, if I had a Subway for Life card, I would be fine with that.
It's so Subway is interesting because it's as unhealthy or healthy as you want to make it, basically.
Yeah, I try and land somewhere in the middle.
For sure. You want to have some good taste, but then put your veggies on there and you're good to go.
Big spinach guy. I don't do the lettuce. I do the spinach.
Good call. I'm trying to remember. Well, we're going to find out.
They started at $100.
100,000.
Oh, I was about to say, Jesus, we're gonna be here all day if we started only at $100.
Even in '96. I'm curious to what this goes at. I can't remember.
Shooter buys it, right?
Duh. I'm kind of
350,000.
350. That seems about right. So yeah, for like 20 years later, I could definitely see that house being $1 million.
1.2 maybe.
Yeah.
It's the number I had in my head. 1.2.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Just depending on like where it is in Massachusetts. I was just going down a little bit of a side rabbit hole looking where the Waterbury Open was played, and I'm kind of mad because I was really close to it last October.
Wow, missed opportunity.
I know, I didn't even know it, and I have no idea when I'll ever be back up near there. So
that might be a fun if they film all the golf scenes on the same, say, 3 or 4 courses in the same general area.
What a unusual but awesome golf trip.
Yeah. Now that's obviously only if they, were able to film them all within, 50 miles of each other, which budget reasons I would think they would try to, right?
Yeah. Well,
I eat pieces of shit.
I'll let you. Yeah.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No. Yeah,
we've all been in that situation.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what to say. But probably 30 minutes after we finish this pod,
We'll
you'll
start
know
planning that trip.
you'll know where all these are because I'm gonna look right into it.
Yeah. Him begging for Chubb's back is great. You're very attractive. I am not good looking.
It's funny because Chubbs is like, yeah, as long as you're willing to admit that, like he already had like predetermined things he wanted him to say to him.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, as long as you said that out loud, we're good.
Checked all the boxes. Ripping his fingers off. It's so stupid, but it's great. Oh, your pinky. Maybe I need to play more mini golf.
Man, went and played mini golf like a month ago at this indoor place, and it was tough as shit.
Yeah, I think I don't want to be that guy, but I think those like shitty rubber clubs that they give you is part of what makes it so hard.
Could be. Sure, I'll blame it on that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. It's either that or the fucking windmill.
Yeah.
Now, the one that you played at, was it like a ton of crazy obstacles, or was it just like, a couple rocks in the way and some turns?
There were crazy obstacles, but I think the biggest thing that happened on multiple holes was like the slope and elevation change they would do.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that was.
I
always
was like the multiple tier ones.
Yeah.
Where you hit it in the hole and it goes through the pipe and it comes out somewhere else.
Those are always fun. Yeah, you got to hit the right one. Lee Trevino again. He's just honing his game at the putt-putt place. You find clowns creepy?
Yes, but like they don't they don't make me uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but like they don't bother me. What about you? You a clown guy?
I'd probably say I'm in the same boat. I'm not a clown fan, but they don't really bother me.
Yeah. I definitely see why people don't like them and why people are scared of them. But yeah, they don't affect me too much. This putt-putt place looks fucking awesome. I've never been to one that's like this elaborate.
Yeah, I'm like, I think this is another one that they probably did on site. This just seems like a lot to build.
Yeah, there's no way that they built that. Right? I don't think so.
It seems pretty elaborate. Yeah, you see Lee Trevino in this a bunch. Apparently he he says he wouldn't have done this film if he knew they were going to curse so much in it.
Really?
Yeah. And Julie looking pretty good in the lingerie.
Yeah. Not mad about it. Not mad about it at all.
Grandma looking pretty good there too.
Oh yeah. Look, as far as grandmas go, she's top notch, man. Over under, she made it 5 years after this debuted.
Over.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna look it up, but
God damn it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look it up, I guess.
the nice thing about
she made it 2011.
Oh wow, okay. I'd have lost that one. Nice thing about being on a pod, just the two of us, is I know if I just mention something, but say I'm not going to look it up, I know you will look it up.
Oh, 100%. It'll bother me.
Yeah.
The outside, it's interesting seeing, recognizing all these Canadian tie-ins now. I think the outside of that building, when they showed it before they went to his apartment, said Quebec Manor.
Oh, really?
I think so. This is probably another thing that's been replicated a ton, and there's probably ones you can buy out there online, like the hockey putter that he has, because on the back it was branded with Odyssey.
Yeah, there's no way though that's like functional, right? Unless you hold it like a hockey stick.
Man, yeah, it's got to be so difficult because the head is so big.
You got your hand. Well, I got his head. No screen or anything on that window.
Yeah, you would think maybe he had an AC unit in there.
Like, bugs aren't flying in. I forgot Chubbs really isn't in this very much.
I mean, yeah, I get your point. Because yeah, Happy like goes and does his own thing and then has to come back to him.
Yeah. I'm shaking.
I love the yes and yes. Got to get the little dap in there at the end.
Yeah. I'm dedicated to it. I called it first.
No takesy backsies. Like looking in the background, there was a guy with a Bruins jersey on.
Yeah, that's just because now they're fans of Happy. He's got his own fans coming to the show.
And then there's another person with it looked like a football jersey, last name Garcia. I don't know who that would be, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was just fun. They may have just made it up. And here we go. Now we're getting into the ultimate tournament here.
So is this the Masters without saying?
Actually, you see that guy with 18 on his jersey? I think that's the one with Garcia on the back I saw earlier.
That's funny because I saw him in a wide shot like not too long ago.
Sorry, what were you saying? You're like, would this be like the equivalent of the Masters?
Yeah, is this what they're saying?
Oh, like, for sure.
This is the Masters.
Yeah, because you win the gold jacket, green jacket. Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
That's
a great ball fight.
Yeah, that's pretty. Obviously, somebody had to hit that for them to get the shot, right?
Either that, or I was just thinking about it. One where they like shot it out of like an air cannon. They might have.
It's like a fucking potato gun.
Yeah. That's the Michael Jordan eyes closed free throw to Mutombo. Another good line coming up here.
Love it.
Happy learned how to putt.
Uh-oh.
Man, I want that putter now to hang on my wall. Again,
that
another
specific one.
Yeah. This another just like a little pitch shot, probably like 40 yards. They piped in like a driver sound.
Even like how he walks up to it and swings that, there's no fucking way he's getting somebody's closer. It's another great one.
Yeah, that would be interesting to like in like real life. You see people like on the range or sometimes like trying the Happy Gilmore drive. Try the Happy Gilmore 40-yard chip shot.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be the tough one. You have to
That's
step
nice
into
out.
it.
You gotta give it to him.
Step into it and then control it. I mean, these pros, they're good at bunkers. They're good at the bunker shots.
Is there anything cooler than holing out from a bunker, other than like a hole in one, obviously?
I mean, yeah, there's probably some cooler stuff.
Okay.
I mean, like holing out from like the fairway from 200 yards. That's cool.
Yeah, but no, I mean like is there anything that looks cooler? Like
no.
Holing out from like the fairway is more impressive, I will say. But holing out from the bunker, you got all the sand that flies up, like the dust that's in your eyes, you're squinting through, and then all of a sudden the ball just kind of.
Now, as far as looks and aesthetics, yes, I probably will agree with you. You're taking a full swing, getting that full face of sand, and then it's just a high risk shot, but it goes in.
And there's something about hitting a good ball out of the bunker that just feels good.
It is funny, like golf in general. Like you hit a good golf shot and it feels good, and you like get elation out of it. Like,
yeah, it's not like like if you go golfing and you hit one good shot, that one good shot is going to have you coming back.
Yeah.
But if you go, say, like, go to your local gym and you start playing pickup basketball and you hit a couple of threes, like, it's not the same feeling.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it's not.
The thing about golf, too, is it can just feel good, but it can be a terrible shot. Just like making good contact can make you feel good. He shanked the shit out of that. You could tell.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you could definitely tell. That was
I
a Brian Banner special right there. Just coming off the tee. That was straight right. Pittsburgh loves you. My sister loves you.
I like how he has the Subway sponsorship on his bag, but it's still just the shitty ass Sunday bag. It's not like a tour bag.
Yeah, no, it's not a big bag. It's like your little flower bag that you bring for your little weekend trips.
Hell yeah. Classic.
O'Doul's. I didn't realize O'Doul's sponsored that one. That's funny. Just to get a speaking of having a car on the golf course, it was actually for Horns' bachelor party. We like got this house. It was kind of in it was like off of a golf course, like adjacent to one.
Yeah.
And you had to go over this. You remember that bridge you had to go over? That was
super shady.
Super shady, super like sketchy. And I had my truck, and I was like, I'm not going over this fucking thing. Well, it turns out that's the only way to get to the house. You had to go over it.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really turn around. So I ended up like turning basically onto like the 8th green of this golf course.
Like a 9-hole private course or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just like, I did my best to stay off the green, but I had to do like a 30-point Austin Powers turn to turn around.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it was like, oh, either that or you can go on this off-road trail to get there, which I went halfway and realized that was a mistake. So I had to back out of this halfway trail. It was like, it took me like 45 minutes just to get there from the neighborhood. Once I got into it, it was ridiculous. A lot of fun though. Great trip.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, see, I think they made this green.
Yeah, this may be another one. Yeah, this one looks a little hairy as well.
Yeah. Great catch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one there. And Virginia's also obviously really happy because didn't go flying into the crowd and hit some spectator in the face.
Yeah. I kind of want his bag now.
I'm like, yeah, I'm getting all nostalgic and like looking through shit in here, and I'm gonna go spend like $200 online just like finding replica Happy Gilmore stuff after this.
And I realized I really like the brown logo.
The Subway logo?
Yeah, man.
We're getting a resurgence of old school Subway logo now.
I know. Funny enough, though, doesn't make me want to have Subway. Now, a sandwich, sure, but not Subway specifically.
Man, my number one.
Eats his.
It's so ridiculous. Man, my number one sub right now is probably Jersey Mike's.
Ooh, really? Not a big Jersey Mike's fan. I mean, it's fine.
I love Jersey Mike's.
It's fine.
Well, so that and Potbelly is a big contender for me. I like Potbelly. Sorry for anyone out there who, I don't know if this is regional or what, but Jersey Mike's and Potbelly, good stuff.
I think Jersey Mike's is pretty well known. I think Potbelly's might be a more regional thing.
Yeah. Grandma inside the rope. Did she get credentials for this?
Yeah, I don't see her lanyard.
What a bold move with the bucket hat, but then like the front's flipped up.
Well, yeah, I mean you gotta keep it out of her eyes.
I mean that kind of defeats the purpose of the bucket hat, but
you're keeping I prefer the bucket hat to keep the sun off my neck, actually.
Ears and neck for me,
Yeah,
for sure.
more than the front of my face.
I wore one just the other day.
I saw that snap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you sent a nice little picky pick.
Yeah, I didn't work out the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna go play golf, but I'm gonna walk 9. It was good. I sweated a lot.
Nice. Was that when you had your
afterwards.
I'll say hole in 2 because it was very close to a hole in 1?
Almost a hole in 1, yeah. Haven't had one yet, but that was definitely the closest one.
I got my hand back. See? Yeah, that picture that you sent. I mean, there was not daylight between the ball and the hole. I don't know how to.
No, half a rotation, and that's in.
Yeah.
This is nice. Sorry to get back to this, but yeah, this is a nice calming moment here.
Yeah,
Chubb's playing the piano. He's so happy because he's dead and got his hand back.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a relief. Happy finally doesn't feel responsible for Chubbs' death, maybe.
Yeah, he's kind of making amends in his happy place with Chubbs. I'm trying to think, is this the last day of the tournament? They go
I don't
know.
I think this is the last day because they're paired up together as one.
Yeah, he's on 14 right now. Okay.
Yeah. And it's 18 that 18 that's got the bug in it in the tower. BW bug.
Yes. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I realized when I said bug, you were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's like, are we talking about like a
there's
an
insect in the insect.
Missed it earlier, but another great line is, how am I supposed to chip with that going on? There's 2 bikers in the woods making love. This green is torn to shit. I don't know what happened on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely need to talk to the grounds crew.
It was probably them shooting that scene a couple times and him kicking the ball.
Yeah, or slamming the club down.
Yeah. Little continuity error.
I would love it if someone on the tour did this. That'd be awesome.
I'm not a fan of the wave. Well,
really?
I'm not a fan of the wave of baseball games. Let me say that.
But it's okay at like a basketball game?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a grumpy old man and not a fan of the wave at all. But
see, I like it if you're in an arena that like you can go all the way around, right? Like baseball, there's obviously going to be breaks. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
But like basketball or like a hockey game where you go all the way around the arena, so whoever starts it ends it. I always think that's pretty cool.
The other thing here, and I'd like to know if they made this. They probably just did this for the movie. But the 18th hole is a par 3. You rarely, if ever, see that, which is interesting.
I would think it's just for the movie, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, is there a shot that they filmed this entire thing on like a par 3 course?
Maybe.
And so just by pure limitations to where they were filming, it had to be an 18.
That's possible.
And I know about 20 minutes after we get off this pod, I'll know the answer.
You will.
Maybe 18.
Yeah.
Guns don't kill people. I kill people.
I had to hit a shot off Bigfoot's Frankenstein's foot.
Is it Frankenstein or is it Bigfoot?
I think it's Frankenstein. No, because like if you said Bigfoot's foot, that's like redundant. That doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure it's Frankenstein's foot.
Yeah.
We'll find out here in a minute.
Probably right.
And also, if you look like during this movie, whenever this guy's in it, he's always like leaning on someone or leaning on something.
Yeah, you're right.
Obviously, like being like that was like one of those things. Like back in the day that was known. Like, I think he uses a cane in real life. Obviously, being that big,
Yeah.
like you're probably gonna have like knee problems and things like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure his feet are just fucked.
Yeah.
I love how like a car drove into the tower 3 days ago and we just left it. It's fine.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I think it was the same day.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think it's the same day.
Okay. Well then why were they on the 18th green twice? Is this a playoff? Are we in a playoff right now?
Brian, you're bringing way too much logic into this.
Sorry. It's a curse.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, I either bring too much logic into it or I talk myself into believing everything. That was a great punt. You got to give credit.
I like the tag under the ESPN signage there. A total sports network.
Yeah. And now ESPN is like dying.
Yeah, like no one watches it. They're trying to have.
This was like the beginning of the heyday of the cracker. It's great.
They look like a multi-grain.
Yeah, no, that was a healthy cracker.
That wasn't just like your normal Ritz. Well, they won a few tournaments. His caddy gets 10%. So, you know. Yeah, whoever's on top of that's dead.
Dead, yeah, I mean, at least dead. A broken bone or two.
Nah, I'm kidding. They're probably not, but just sounds funny. That guy just dangling in the middle.
That guy was just like hanging out.
He's like talking to the record. How long do you want me to hang on this?
I'm gonna fall. They're like, you're 3 inches off the ground. Oh, sorry. I missed it. Did he say Frankenstein? I wasn't looking at the subtitles.
Maybe I was too busy laughing.
Yeah.
Do you? He mentions there like his jacket size. Do you know your jacket size?
I did at one point, but I don't anymore.
I think I'm a 40S.
I know I'm an S for sure.
Yeah, I have short arms.
Little short arms, yeah.
Yeah.
There was one point I had to wear suits for the job I was working, and I knew it then, but that was a long time ago. This is an incredible shot, just to like even have the vision to see this. The crowd, everybody's head going back and forth.
All thanks to Chubbs.
That's right. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. That came out of that tube with some fucking force.
It had some pace on it for sure.
It had some zip. There really aren't that many people there, like hounding him.
There's enough. There's a guy with a blanket over his shoulders in the back there, like a Mexican blanket. That's interesting.
Like a poncho?
It maybe it didn't like go over his head like a poncho. Okay. But yeah, it kind of looked like a poncho, I guess.
More like a cardigan?
No, it definitely didn't have sleeves.
Hmm.
Look at those pants and the black shirt. That's interesting.
You talking about Shooter's outfit?
No, there was another guy in the background. No, he's gone now, but
with like the rainbow leopard pants and the black shirt.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I saw him. How long is this movie? That felt like it was like 15 minutes long.
I mean, it's not like super long. It's an hour and a half.
An hour and a half? Okay. Yeah, that flew by. We're here at the end now.
Popping the champagne, got the gold jacket.
Can I tell you a secret? It's not a secret, you know this, but not a big champagne guy.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm not a big champagne guy. I love how it's Abraham Lincoln, Chubbs, and the fucking alligator.
It's so random. Man, you know what? after being kind of skeptical about Happy Gilmore 2, like after watching this, I haven't seen this in probably a couple years. Like I'm kind of excited to see where they go with the next one.
Yeah. So we kind of led off with it, but now that we're at the end, why don't I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but let's give final thoughts and maybe a possible direction that they can take a Happy Gilmore 2. If you need a minute to think, I can probably stall for you.
No, that's fine. No, this was a classic, a stalwart of my youth watching this, and obviously being a.
I thought you said Star Wars of my youth.
Star Wars.
What the fuck does that mean? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
And as I in this, it says last day to watch is May 31st. For any listeners out there, you have a few days to watch this.
Yeah. It honestly probably won't even be dropped by the time.
Yeah, who knows?
But anyway, sorry. Continue. Happy Gilmore, classic.
Still holds up. Don't bring all your logic like Banner did into it and try and break it down. We both did to a certain degree, some of the shots and things, but no, still fucking hilarious. A ton of great liners in there that I still use today. Going forward with the prospect of the new Happy Gilmore 2 that should be coming out in the next year or so, kind of what I said at the beginning, I think I could see it going in the direction of Happy is now a mentor to a new protege, and he's working himself through the tour. I think that's the most logical thing. Now, whether they go with someone who was also a hockey player who didn't really pan out, and that's how he kind of mentors him, I'm not sure. But they will have to focus more on Adam Sandler in this as the protege, kind of conversely to what they did in this. Like you said earlier, like, I didn't realize like Chubbs really isn't in it a ton. He will have to be in it way more than Chubbs. He'll have to be the center, the main focus point. So that's kind of where I see it going. I don't know if there's any plot synopsis or any leaks out there right now, but that's kind of what I would think it would go with.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything out there. Yeah, I think Happy Gilmore 2, I think you can go a couple routes. I think you can go maybe he's not playing well or something. He's about to get kicked off the tour, or he does get kicked off the tour. And again, basically do the same movie. For some reason, he needs a large sum of money by the time he gets there. I like your protege idea. I just don't know that is something that Adam Sandler would do. I don't think he would hand his franchise off in that manner.
Yeah.
But I think that obviously there's going to be some sort of I need to make money quick, and betting on golfing is going to be the way to do it.
Betting on golfing, wow.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be a super serious movie, because that's what Adam Sandler's into these days.
I wouldn't say he's super into them. I would say those are the movies that are doing well for him lately.
Fair enough. Happy Gilmore, it is one of his best films ever. It holds up. I think it'll always be a classic and honestly always relevant, right? Like there isn't really anything in this movie that dates it. I mean, obviously the logos and some of the things like that, but your core story is timeless. So again, classic, love it. Can't wait to do it again. Anything else?
No, that's it. You will eventually probably see us back for a Happy Gilmore 2 commentary, so look forward to that in the next year and a half. Yep. Yeah, we will definitely. We got to complete the set. Guys, check out our website, www.bro4squad.com. Hit that like and subscribe button wherever you're listening, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, wherever it is. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Sometimes I think it's a little heart. Hit that heart button so you don't miss out on anything we do. Until next time, I'm the Mad Scientist for the American Hero. We will catch you on the back nine. Bye. Bye. So, man,